Hello, ladies and gentlemen. See the hair? See the sweat and the dirt? Uh, See me better that way? Um, we were down in the basement moving stuff, throwing a few things away, not much, but some things. Trying to get it organized, trying to get it so the landlord will accept it. Uh, we're going to do the basement first, and then we're going to do up here, although we're kind of doing up here in a minimal way, but right now the focus is the basement. There's no ventilation down there. Even though the basement generally would be cooler, there's no ventilation.
And the humidity's very thick.
Yeah, and the humidity's high, so we're just worn out. We don't have much more to do down there. And so far as actually moving things from point A to point B, not much left of that. But we want to maybe kind of organize once we get it moved. But we don't want to completely organize down there until we move stuff from up here down there. Now, of course, some things will probably be thrown away. Anytime you sort through stuff, you wind up finding at least a few things to throw out or give away. We'd prefer to give things away, to people that can use them rather than throw them out. I cut myself on the window, though. It's not bad. I mean, you can see it stopped bleeding and everything. The glass fell right down on the finger.
And then he wants to complain to us.
Yeah, he wants to complain to us.
About that,
yeah. If anybody knows of a place, a park, when are we going to be able to move? November. If anybody out there knows of a place, 1 or 2 bedroom on housing in the following communities, and personally, we would prefer a smaller town rather than a city like Keene. But here's a list of towns we can move to: Keene, Surrey, Sullivan, Swansea, Roxbury, Marlborough, Chesterfield, Westmoreland, Walpole, North Walpole, Winchester, and Troy, of all places. I was thinking while we were doing that down there, isn't it a bit of a conflict of interest for someone to own real property that works for one of the agencies that deals with housing? I mean, you know what I'm talking about? I wonder about that. And this is, everything around here is a small community. Unless you go to some place like Manchester or Concord, everything else is relatively small. Even Keene is not that big, especially. The only reason Keene is as big as it is because they include the college students in the census. The college students are only there a part of the year. A semester is 4 months, so 8 months out of the year.
It's over half the year, I think they count it.
Oh, okay. But then you have to consider spring break, and there are other various breaks in the semester. I went to college, I know all about it. So, a summer break is 3 months, 2 or 3 months. So anyway, I tell you what's good about a college town, though, is you have amenities in the town that you would not otherwise have. You have Starbucks, which you might have anyway, but then you have a number of other coffee shops in Keene. You have a theater that's not just movies on film, but stage productions as well.
Well, there's a regular cinema, and there's the other one used to be. It used to be.
Yeah.
Theater, but no, it's not.
Yeah. So, there are definite advantages to a community like Keene.
Yeah.
I just don't like the big city, and I do not like dealing with those college kids. They are loud, and too many of them drink too much. But anyway, so we've started doing things. I mean, today wasn't the first day. It was just today was the big first day. But the first day we did a whole lot of stuff. We're not finished down there in the basement. We still have to move some things, and once we move that, we have to do some organizing. And like I said, we've thrown a few things out. Once we deal with that, it's up here. the thing is, it's hot. It's in the 90s. The humidity's high. There's a lot of work to be done. And, look, when you rent to someone, you have to understand that you're renting to somebody and they have their own lifestyle. They have their own likes and dislikes. And you're going to have to compensate for that to some degree. Okay? Just like we compensate for the landlord for what he wants and doesn't want. Well, he needs to do the same for us. We've been good tenants. We paid our rent on time. And he said, well, do you not have any more money this month? No. You try living off $1,000 a month for 2 people and lucky. Okay, that's 3 people who have to be fed, clothed, housed.
2 people and a dog, it's like,
Yeah, I mean...
we're not millionaires.
Yeah, so... let's see him try to live off what we live off of. I'm starting to think that he wants to rent these places out, but he doesn't really want to maintain them the way that maybe he should.
He's in it for the profit more than anything.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That was a workout. Water. Agua. So, anyway. I'll show you this. This was my mother and uncles when they were kids. Look at that. They're cards. Not in the best of shape, but they're cards. I don't know if you can even find some of those games anymore. But anyway.
The only one that I've ever heard of is Old Maid.
Yeah, there's Old Maid, Animal Rummy, Crosswords, Author, Slapjack, and Dark Quack. Matter of fact, I had wasn't a psychiatrist, I think he was a psychologist, and his name was Quackenbush, and everybody called him Dr. Q. Somebody made a picture of a duck behind a bush, quacking. Well, considering that he worked for the Devereaux Foundation, 3.5 years or whatever it was I was in that place. That was bad. That was really, really bad. But that's the past. And if anybody knows of a place in Cheshire County, in one of these towns, Keene, Surrey, Sullivan, Swansea, Roxbury, Marlborough, Chesterfield, Westmoreland, Walpole, North Walpole, West Winchester, and Troy, let us know. And what month is it we can move again? November. So.
Did you say Westmoreland on there?
Yeah, I think so.
I think just at West.
Westmoreland. So if would appreciate the help. Bye.